cumulatively, I've come to the conclusion that anything affecting NNPC, it is difficult for a Nigerian institution, including the Senate, and I will speak to evidence. Late last year, you might remember, or was it earlier this year, there was the issue of whether or not NNPC should supply crude oil to Dangote refinery. And they then had someone who was in the UMT or whatever, this Mr. Farouk, who insisted that they were going to import what many people believe was a substandard petroleum products from Russia, which because of the sanction, they are selling below par, and therefore they can make a lot of money out of it. At the expense of a refinery that, on reflection now, but for Dangote, Nigeria economy would have been grounded completely. Because even big countries with powers and so on, with more transparency, they have challenges accessing PMS because of the war in Iran, between America, Israel and Iran. Now, it got to a point that, rightly, the Senate felt that this matter cannot be left between these two people. And you know who moved the motion for this investigation? Is someone who many people believe is a spokesperson. He represents the Senate president. And he raised the motion that how can we be watching helplessly while the economy of Nigeria is under pressure and people are making conflicting statements, that the Senate should investigate. The leadership of the Senate went to Dangote refinery to go and see things for themselves. And they all spoke to media men that they were very impressed about what they saw on ground, that a Nigerian had been able to put in place. I think the leadership of House of Rep also went. So following this dispute between Dangote with regards to whether or not they should access Nigeria crude, which for me was a senseless debate. And thank God Mr. President resolved it by saying no, they should give Dangote crude. But before that intervention, NNPC preferred to be importing finished products because that is the only way they make their transactions. Now, Senator Akpabio, our Senate president, set up, and the Senate approved, a committee to investigate the issues between NNPC and Dangote refinery. Why NNPC is unable to deliver crude to refinery. They prefer to export it and then import finished product of doubtful standard. And the Senate president said, this is asking the Senate leader to chair this committee because of the importance the Senate attached to this dispute that has to do with the life wire of the Nigeria economy. Whether you are looking at terms of supply, access to refining, the job people are working with refinery, in Dangote refinery, and NNPC as an institution. I recall vividly the day we were inaugurated. Some journalists, they are like Google. They said to our chairman, are you sure that you will be allowed to do this investigation to conclusion? And a report submitted. The Senate leader said, for him to chair this panel is a statement of the importance the Senate attached to this issue between NNPC and Dangote refinery. The journalist said to us, no inquiry that has to do with NNPC has ever seen the light of the day. The journalist said to the Senate leader and to all of us, and the Senate leader confidently assured the journalists that this one will be different. Nice talk. As we speak, I have not been removed as a member of that committee. That committee has not been dissolved, but that committee was never allowed to sit. After all the issues raised. So I didn't come to Abuja to, at this age, I'm entitled to go and rest. I've done enough. But if I had to wake up to keep appointment in the Senate and do all of the things that the Constitution enjoined us to do, we must not be seen as fully Nigerians. We raise the tempo, then those people involved are afraid, they move around in the night, and then the following day, everywhere is quiet. I don't want to be part of that tradition. So, don't take it from me. Ask the Senate leader, ask the Senate president, what happened to his committee that he set up after he led the I was not in that delegation, by the way. He led the delegation to Dangote refinery and make very positive statement about the huge investment that he saw. And he set up a committee asking what is the report of the committee. We never sat one day. And those journalists who are Nigeria Google, the senators have come and go, but the journalists have remained in their profession.
Yeah.
And they remind us that if it is NNPC, the committee will not sit and nothing will come out of it. And as I speak, he never sat.